Welcome. This is the Global Summit House podcast. Catch power interviews and discussions with influential, inspiring, and powerful people. Explore what's possible by tuning into this podcast with our all-new The Writers Project episodes, featuring one of the world's most inspired thinkers and writers. Visit our website at www.globalsummithouse.com.
Hello, once again, my wonderful people out there in podcast land and everywhere around the world. We have a wonderful guest today that I'm just very thrilled to be talking with today. You're going to enjoy this guest. This guest has definitely done some wonderful things. Very elegant speaker. They're definitely someone who is very passionate about what he does. He pours his heart and soul into a new collection of romantic poetry. The name of the title is A River of My Soul. He is an award-winning author. His poems, as I have mentioned, is beautifully written, and it rhymes in the tune to the beat of your soul. And with that poetry, it has an everlasting quality that is very timeless and very well for the moment right now. If it's just very hitting for the moment that we all are going through a crisis in this time. We can use some good poetry to hit our souls. He has published 7 compilations of the books with well-known authors, recorded CDs with the same. He's published 8 books of his own, which include Marketplace of Love, River of My Soul, Just You Alone, Love on a Stroll, When Love Glows, Mountain the Clouds, When the Day Glows, and the Mighty Warrior of Tomorrow. He's an award-winning author. And this poet is on his way from the UK, moved shortly to London from Glasscloud, and he's happily married. So ladies, I know all the ladies love poetry out there, so he's taken. So without further ado, let's hear it for the poet Victor. So Victor, tell us all about yourself, and do tell us your full name and just your own transformation journey from where you started to where you are now.
Actually, my name is Victor Akinrinmade. I was born on 21st of May 1964 in Glasgow, Great Britain, Scotland. I left Glasgow when I was young for Nigeria. I had my national diploma in accountancy in 1988.
Yes.
Worked for 2 years in Nigeria. Came back to Great Britain in 1990. And from then I started writing. I did my ACCA. I finished my ACCA in 1994. I came out with distinction, the best in Britain. Yeah, I'm a chartered accountant, but my hobby, I love my hobby, that is poetry. I've received 15 international major awards all over the world, including Diamond Award. I guess I just keep body and soul together. That's how far I could say for now. We talk on as we move on.
Okay. Cream-a-day. Cream-a-day, right? I think I got it now. Because we were talking on the other side, and we was trying to help. You was trying to help me to pronounce it right, and as I was listening to you, it's I was still trying to pronounce it correctly, and your journey is so remarkable. You definitely have done some very great things. You have many great accomplishments. Where do you draw your inspiration from the most?
I guess like any other person, I have a humble beginning like any other person. It's just a talent that I expand to a maximum level. It's a hobby. Start with an hobby, which I never knew it was going to go that far. I just love it so dearly. And before I know it, I arrived. When I first went into for international competitions, I never knew I was going to win any award. But before I know it, I was just rolling in, including Diamond Award. I said, what is going on? I couldn't believe it. Me? I couldn't believe it.
Yes.
Just like a blow after the wind.
Uh-huh. Yeah, you never imagine yourself, being, recognized for the things that naturally comes so well for you. And when you get that validation, and you get it from, the world, it's a little bit different. It's a little bit different. So did it change you at all, or did you remain the same person? And
Actually, I never knew I was anything until it dawned on me that I've arrived so great. I never knew I achieved so much until I started counting my blessings. I saw the many awards I've received, including the Diamond Award, including what is the name again? One international award all over the world. I won the Diamond Gold Award. I've received so many awards. I just said, wow, me of all people, an accountant? It doesn't thrive, It never arrived. It never will go well. Accountant to be so achieved.
Yes.
It's just too good to be true.
Definitely. So hard work, you're no stranger to hard work. It appears that, but they say that, when it's something that you love truly, it's not hard work. Now, as you're going through your process, and and a lot of your, a lot of what we see in River of Soul is more romance. Now, most of this romance, was it something that you feel, we in life is missing, or is it more what you was experiencing as you were writing, or
Actually, what really happened is that, I was very young when I started writing that stuff. That section of the poetry, I was very young, and it just like any other kid, young guy that is growing up, you fall in love. You fall in love along the way. Some girls make you very happy,
Yeah.
and you just love them so much. You fall in love, and the partner may be very rough. Just little things, kiddie stuff, You just keep on. It's a hobby. You just write it. You just keep on. When it comes, you just write. And before you know it, you've written so much. Stuff like that. I think that's what happened along the way. Because actually, to be very factual, I married at the age of 44.
Oh,
So
you waited very long.
I married very yes. I married in 1988. In 2008, not a collision. In 2008. That's when I married. And my wife was, when I married, she was 29 years old. I was 44. When I married her, I'm now 56. And I tell you, to be very factual, that tells you that my part was a bit clumsy. Yeah. I never felt so easily.
Right.
Maybe because I don't know why I never fell in love for a long time. But when I met her, I was very happy, and I married her. We've got twins.
Yeah, so
we've got twin daughters.
So that tells you then, it helps you, the book really can really help you, know when, it can serve as a guide then, for to help you be romantic, if you need to be romantic. But but when you mature, you know that it's not good to be so much infatuated. That you,
Exactly.
yeah,
What really happened is that as I moved on into maturity, you could see that my thing changed. But I just little things, everything. I dream, just daydreaming. Daydreaming is what I did. Most of them is fantasy.
yes,
Most of them is fantasy. You just dream. Oh, I'm gonna fall in love with someone very pretty, a princess riding on a princess waiting for me to pluck her out of the window. Just something like that. You just write poetry about it. Something like that.
So is it better then that we that we be careful in this matter with the waiting and letting that that love within us mature so that we do understand it better.
Actually, I just, from my own perspective, I, like any other person, that I've fallen in love along the way. My partner, some girl, just fall in love with this girl. She never fall in love with you. You fall
Yeah.
in love, you wait, patience. The person will be very rough, and you just wait and wait and wait and wait. And before you know, the time is gone. You just wait and just keep on daydreaming, writing poetry, and make yourself happy. I'm going to be happy one day. I'm going to be happy one day. I'm going to be happy one day. And before you know it, you're happy.
That's so true. And I think that's kind of like what we're going through right now. I think we go through that like in not just with like girls too. I think we go through that with all things. We got so much things that we're daydreaming about and we waiting for, and we and we're giving our alls into it, and sometimes we give up. We give up and we get very angry. We get very frustrated.
Quick
But
times don't win.
yeah,
Quitters don't win. I suggest no one should quit because on this lies the head that wears the crown. I believe, from my own perspective, my part has been very rough actually, because you fall in love with this girl, you love her dearly, you wait for her, and the part is so rough, and maybe she's not even for you.
right.
But along the way, whether good or bad, there's something good that comes out of it if you don't quit. You gain a lot of things. Most of my stuff I wrote out of fantasy, out of waiting, out of daydreaming. That's how I wrote my stuff. And before I know it, I fell in love with someone that loved me too. And before we married, and we're happy. We have twins. And our
Wow.
daughters are grown up. They love us dearly. And I thank God for everything. It's just one of the things. To be very factual, on easy lies the head that weighs the crown.
Mm. Oh yeah, definitely. It's very good. That's very good. You know, and man, you really have a lot of knowledge in this area, and I really feel like you're helping a lot of people out here. You definitely helping a lot of people out, and I can see that. Uh, so if there's people, when it comes to uh when we force things, is there a way for us to um is there a way for us, it seems that your outlet to help you be more patient, to help you mature in this area, was writing, you know so so uh, you know is that something people can do, to help them with their temperament, to help them with their patience when it comes to being impulsive?
From my perspective, nobody can dictate what tomorrow is going to be, but you make hay when the sun shines. You just keep on plowing and plowing and plowing and planting. Before you know it, some of the seed will be eaten by birds. But before you know it, if you don't quit, quitters don't win.
Mm-hmm.
Quitters don't win. If you don't quit, your path will surely be rosy at the end. Quitters don't win.
Yeah. I like that. I really, really like that a lot. So yeah, I think so many people, they want it right away, and they just jump at the first thing that looks nice. And that's why they get caught up in that infatuation, so easily. Is that why we get food?
I beg your pardon?
Is that why so many people get food, so easily, because they get caught up in the infatuation?
From my perspective, from love angle, most often the girls we first fall in love with is not the one we end up marrying. But we have a lot of lessons to learn from the person we fall in love with.
Mm-hmm.
If we don't abuse them, we learn a lot of things in life from the people we fall in love with. And before we know it, it helps us in the final journey when we finally meet the person we love. All the experience we accrue with time sounds very handy and save us in our marriage or whatever we turn out to be, in our home, in the way we deal with our family, especially when things become very tough.
Right.
All the experience we accrue with time sound very handy and save us in the long run.
Yeah. So true. So true. So true. There's a lot of people now. They're being forced to, we're kind of like, being forced by this virus, to be, in the house now a lot more, and so a lot of people are not kind of used to being at home with, people they love, being home with families. And so a lot of times when you are in the same space with people that you don't see as often as you normally do, you start seeing the real face of those people and the real personalities of those people, and including your own children. What do we do in these situations, or what have you done? What has helped for you?
From my perspective, every boy loves his mother very much.
Mm-hmm.
Because they mean a lot maybe because I don't know why we love our mother so much. If anybody abuses our mother, we get very annoyed. Yeah. We love our mother dearly. So every lesson we learn from our mother turns out very handy. Every lesson we learn from our sisters turns very handy. Every relationship we meet, we get along in the way we mingle with our cousins, our aunts, and any female we deal with. These two things turn very handy in the long run. Sometimes your path can be very, very rough. I tell you, very, very rough. You could learn a lot of things from. You learn more when things is rough than when it's smooth.
Right.
So actually, everything we go through turn out very handy in the end. And before we know it, it dictates the plot, whether we are going to be great or sink.
Mm-hmm.
Every experience we turn out, every little thing we learn from our youth turn out very handy. It determines whether we sink or swim.
Right. That's true. Yeah, that's so true. People, you mentioned love at the beginning of what you were talking about, and you know, uh, love for family, love for those who are your loved ones, that's in that household is so important, and that's what will help you to push through those tough moments, those arguments, those debates, those pesty little times where you might find yourself irritable. um, you have love for mama, you have love for sister, and even brother, and we got to have to always be mindful of that. you know um and I guess my biggest fear was you know uh, about all of this was the domestic, the potential of domestic violence being on the increase. But you definitely have really put a calmness to my fear of that, with the reminder that love is really important. And I think those who may have that same concern that I was having, you definitely have put a reminder of that. um
Mm. You see, from our perspective, daddy's love is different from mommy's love.
mhm.
Daddy is always strong, bold, disciplined. Mothers are different from fathers. And what we learn from our father, we learn strength, boldness, discipline from our father, and but our mother, tenderness and cool. Soft, very soft area from our mother. This soft area we learn from our mother turns out very handy in the long run. Whenever we marry, and a lot of things we learn from even from our girlfriends. It doesn't mean that we will have intercourse with them. No, but the relationship we have with them, everything turn out in the most of them we don't have. Most of them just disappear in the end. We don't marry them, but the experience we learn from them turn out very handy in our home in the long run. Everything turns very handy. It
Right.
dictates the plot.
Right. Definitely. Yeah, this is a very, very, very real, real thing you are speaking of. And you really, really hit some value bombs here with your response. Um, so much so, out of all the books that you have written, and just reflecting back, uh, if you could pick one of them out of the bunch and make recommendations to the audience to read first, which one would you recommend?
I think the one we are talking about this time around is the one I love most. I still love it. I wrote most of the stuff I wrote in that stuff is when I was young, when I was developing myself into maturity, and I love it more. The one we are talking about at the moment. That's the one I love most of them. I've moved on. My teenager have changed as I grow into maturity.
Mm-hmm.
My teenager, the way I cultivate words changes with time. But at that time, I was still tender. My spoken English is different. It was still soft and tender. I love that one. If maybe it's me, the one we're talking about is the best of the best because I was still young and tender when I wrote this stuff.
Right. Definitely. Yeah, I think now they do serve they time. If with all things we have done in our younger years, they do still serve a purpose. They are archived for for all of for enjoyment for the generations behind us to pick up and enjoy. And you know definitely in this time, there's there's ample time for those who have are available to just pick up a book and enjoy it. So and you definitely need this platform now to to inform the audience and to help them make the transition, the same transition you have made, to mature in the departments of love and understanding love, and that's definitely where I'm at. So you came to speak, speak to me, also, not just the audience. Because I am a 34-year-old man and I need this advice. So yeah, so you definitely great conversation here. So
Thank you.
So what do you foresee yourself doing next? And what do you entail would be your next journey?
I've got a lot of hobbies, include one of my favorite. I've got poetry, I've got fine art, oil painting. Just the things, bit artistic. I'm artistic in nature, so I just love artistic things that rhyme with nature. And I just move on. I love music, country music. Listen to country music. Just quiet live, cool live. Before I finished my HCCA, I used to love reading novels, romantic novels.
Mm-hmm.
But when I finished my HCCA, I got tired of reading novels. When I pick one, I say, oh boy, I better pick my textbook. I read more of my textbook than novels. Well, when I finished my HCCA, because I read too much. I guess I read too much. Yes. But I still love anything romantic. I love romantic films. I love anything romantic, anything artistic, anything. I love it dearly. It's all go with my soul.
Nice. Well, you definitely have a very array of great hobbies, and you very have a straightforward life that is the envy of many out there who are just still trying to figure it out. So you are very in a very strong mind and very very good, very good peaceful straight of mind, very
Thank
good
you.
Frame of mind. So it's very good to have a great soul like you among us, and somebody of your esteem.
Thank you.
So with that said, any other words of wisdom you just want to encourage the audience today on that, or something else?
What I would tell you, dear, is this: when you fall in love with a person, it doesn't mean that that's the person you're going to get married to. But don't abuse that person, please. Do all your best to be disciplined. Learn how be friendly. Let everything you could learn from the person, give everything you could give to the person in love. It's going to save you in the long run.
Yes. This is so true. Wow. That is truly a truly astonishing, information that you just dropped, and a gem for all of us to take home. Well, we already at home, so we can't go very far. So just a gem that we can put on the shelf and definitely apply into our lives. So we thank you so much. Tell us where we can
You're welcome.
tell us if we want to get the books, where we can find them. If we definitely want to just support you in all your efforts, to encourage you to move further, where we can just go and just be a part of what you're doing.
You mean buy the book? The book is in Amazon. My books are in Amazon.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know much about the United States of America. I don't know where they celebrate, but I don't know much. I just know the money is just rolling in.
Okay, that's
Don't blame me.
yeah.
The money is just rolling in. I don't know where they sell the books. I don't know much.
Yeah, well, we got a worldwide audience that's tuned in, and so Amazon is pretty global, so Amazon would definitely be the best place, So, and as I can see here, they are available on Amazon. And for those who are listening, Victor does have an Amazon author page as well, which shows every book he has written. So, if you want to support Victor, which I encourage you to support him, do visit his author Amazon page. I will have that link in the description of this particular episode. You will be able to get any of his books very, very easily. We will have these links available to you. So Victor, we thank you so much. You've been a wonderful guest today. It's definitely been a pleasure. I'm going to close up the show here. So, ladies and gentlemen, those who are listening, do take the time out to share this wonderful episode recording with any family, friends, any of your enemies as well too. If you got enemies, make your enemies your friends. We want your enemies to become friends, because once they listen to this, they will appreciate you so much more. I'm your host, Marcus Hart. This has been another great episode recording. We are talking with Victor. And Victor, do share your name in one more time for us for correct pronunciation.
My name is Victor Akinrinmade.
Victor Akinrinmade. Akinrinmade. So
Akinrinmade.
And I'm working on the pronunciation.
Akinrinmade. Akinrinmade, not of course. Akinrinmade.
Yeah.
I'm Victor Akinrinmade is my name.
Yeah, I'm definitely working on it. I definitely love the last name. That's why I continue to try to work on it. I thought I was going to get it. I thought I was going to get it before the end of the show, but I did not get it. So thank you so much, Victor. You definitely been very charming, and you definitely allow me to say so much, and you got so much in return.
Thank you kindly.
Very
my pleasure.
So
I did. I'm going to share the whole bye-bye.
Yeah. So you can get this episode on any podcast app, and as well as YouTube as well. So do check us out. Until next time, many blessings, peace, and lots of love.
You've reached the end of another episode of the Global Summit House podcast. Subscribe to our podcast on Spotify, Podbean, iHeartRadio, iTunes, or Google Play. Connect with us at globalsummithouse.com. See you on the next episode.